get you in. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll never let you know until, you look up 3 years from now and they'll say, well, we're accepting him. That's all I can do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So there's a $500 fine probated. Why were you driving 100 miles? Well, I know you were driving to escape the police, but you were doing 120 miles per hour. Why?
I wasn't driving to escape the police. I was actually.
In State of Texas versus Justin Guzman, can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense?
Michael DeLeon.
And are you Mr. Guzman?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery that you review that with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Guzman, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the
I
indictment?
do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Guzman, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of evading arrest, detention of vehicle? I'm sorry, evading arrest or detention in a vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Guzman, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
Negative, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
Negative.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain agreement with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
And did you understand with an application for deferred adjudication, if the court were to grant your application, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign it in both places?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. So the active warrants for his arrest, is that in Bexar County?
It's out of Medina County, Judge.
All right. And I'm assuming Medina is going to come pick him up.
I would have make that assumption, yes.
All right.
Judge, the only thing I wanted to state, just so the court is well aware, he's a veteran, served 9 years, and if there's any consideration the court can make, maybe on his community service regarding that, or any type of veterans court. I don't know if there's a veteran probation department.
I thought I was going to be in Veterans Court, actually.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I can refer people to Veterans Court. And Herman does a great job of getting cases heard with Veterans Court. But what I've discovered is there's something that I find troubling, that someone can be referred to Veterans Treatment Court and 6 months, I look up 6 months have passed or 3 months have passed, and they're still not in Veterans Treatment Court, and there still is no decision on whether they've been accepted or not. So what I can tell you is you'll be placed on probation out of here. I can put in, refer to Veterans Treatment Court. Maybe they'll get you in. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll never let you know until, you look up 3 years from now and they'll say, well, we're accepting him. That's all I can do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So there's a $500 fine probated. Why were you driving 100 miles? Well, I know you were driving to escape the police, but you were doing 120 miles per hour. Why?
I wasn't driving to escape the police. I was actually speeding and I didn't realize.
No, the police report. Here's the thing. Attorneys will always tell their clients, once you've entered a plea and the court has reviewed the steps are the steps. So according to the steps, in case you don't remember, it says that they wanted you to pull over and that you were driving at a high rate of speed of 35 south out of SAPD jurisdiction. They continued to follow you, that they had put on their lights for you to pull over, and you continued at a high rate of speed. San Antonio Police Department discontinued the chase because it's a high rate of speed and things are getting dangerous. So they called ahead to Von Army Police to let them know this is what's going on. And then Von Army Police Department was in the area and witnessed S1, that's you, driving the same vehicle. Because when the SAPD called the other police officers, say, this is the vehicle, this is the license plate number. They say they found you driving the same vehicle at 120 miles per hour, not the Autobahn.
That's when I exited, Your Honor,
Who exits at 120 miles per hour?
At that time, I wasn't going 100. I mean, I did reach that speed, but I wasn't driving away from them.
Well, here's the thing. You're going 120 miles per hour. I don't know of any freeway. I have not traveled all freeways in the United States, but I don't know a single freeway in the United States where legally you can drive 120 miles per hour. I've seen 75. That's as high as I've seen it. I have not seen 120. Does anyone know anywhere in Von Army where the speed limit is 120 miles per hour?
75.
And then it says you drove through the grass median and exited the highway on Kenny Road. Then your vehicle comes to a stop. And what do? You exit the vehicle and you proceeded to run on foot to evade detention from uniformed officers.
No excuse, Your Honor.
And I tell you what, when people are running, that's when they realize, you know what? The people in the Olympics, they really are running very fast and I'm not up to it. So what was going through your head? Because I'm trying to figure out what conditions to set for you.
Really what happened leading up to, I was going through some family problems and just wasn't trying to be detained, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, see, now that's the honesty I'm talking about. Court is going to sentence you to $500 fine. That'll be probated. Refer to Veterans Treatment Court. That's going to be in custody. The evaluation. See, she's shaking her head because she thinks that's probably going to be what, 3 or 4 months? Because they don't, Veterans Treatment Court, we're off the record. Veterans Treatment Court, they don't even see people at the jail. They're like, no. So everybody's saying, don't refer Veterans Treatment Court. Now, mind you, I don't know why Veterans Treatment Court would have a rule for their court that they can't see people at the Bexar County Jail. But that's their rule. So I won't refer you to Veterans Treatment Court in custody. Okay. So there'll be a $500 fine probated. TAP evaluation. How long will it take for a TAP in custody? All right. So that'll be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations. We can do a referral to felony drug court. And you know what, felony drug court? They're going to be able to see you before this week is out and let us know whether or not you can be in their program. And we can do a referral to Veterans Treatment Court out of custody. 6 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Do you have any children?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
14 and 7 months.
All right. And do you have contact with them?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, not right this minute, but I do, Your Honor.
Do you live with them?
They live with their mother, Your Honor.
All right. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Once you completed parenting classes, I'll consider changing that. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits, 1 time per month for 4 months. And there's to be no driving for 60 days. And do we have a reckless drive? You said the reckless driving course or something, Vashawn? Is it the defensive driving course?
That's right.
All right, defensive driving course. Vashawn, is there anything else he needs?
No.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
And I will tell you, not driving for 60 days, that's just me giving you punishment.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Any issues you have, let probation know.
Yes,
If
Your
you
Honor.
feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.